Hello and welcome back to another video. It's a bit of a weird one this time. Yeah, I'm sat in a room. Where are the scooters? Well, today what we're going to be doing is building my dream Vespa. So we're going to be speccing it all, we're going to be looking at all of the parts. And then obviously, yeah, we're going to be doing a total up of the price and everything. I'll be showing you guys obviously the parts that I want to fit and the things that I like. So let's get straight into my dream Vespa build. Let's do it. Okay, so here we are on SIP website. It's personally my favorite website to go to. They have literally everything, obviously all the information, specs, and yeah, just generally an all-round very good website. So yeah, we're going to be using SIP today to spec this scooter. So yeah, this is pretty much their homepage. So they've just got all their sort of news feeds and everything, and then new products that have obviously come out recently. They've got lots of information as well. Also like the Euro Lambretta that I know happened recently. But what we're going to start off with is going into the engine. Okay, so the engine case I'm going to be using, as you guys obviously know from my previous videos, will be my standard ETS 125 engine casing. I think the first thing we should talk about is the cylinder kit and the cylinder we're going to go for. The cylinder kit that I've chosen is, of course, the Molossi MHR 136 kit. I've heard amazing stuff about this kit. It's quite well priced as well, as you can see. £279.32. To clarify, this is with my SIP discount, which you can get being a member of Vespa Club Great Britain. Yeah, I do advise doing that because you get good discounts, and I believe the kit is about £300 anyway. So yeah, that's the kit I'm going to go for. And I'm going to run it reed valve as well, obviously, to get a bit more performance. Yes, it does add cost, but if you want more performance, unfortunately, that's what you've got to go for. So I'm going to be using the Molossi MHR intake manifold with obviously the reed valve as well. There we have it. So that should be good. Yeah, and again, this is with the discount, £142.27. So again, not too bad either for just a bit more performance, you know. Okay, so I've been speaking to a lot of the guys that do racing in the BSSO, and they all suggested the DRT crankshaft, as apparently a lot of the crankshafts they've tried and tested have twisted, obviously under constant strain, but apparently the DRTs have come out to be the strongest and the best. Obviously with my build, it's a Vespa PK ETS.
Power off.
And this is £195. Well, at least we know that it's a good crank and it's not going to twist or anything. Probably should have mentioned this at the start, but of course we've got obviously a new bearing set. I wasn't going to use the original bearings. £55.48 for a new set of bearings. I'm going to be getting a new Woodruff key set as well. As you can see, the 3 parts come in there just for £2.74. So that's quite reasonably priced, I think. I'm also going to get new oil seals as well, and they come to £10.38. So again, just minor expenses, small things, but obviously very important, make a massive difference. A new gasket set, again, to fit my scooter for a PK. And another thing as well, obviously quite important, I'm going to be getting a brand new cable set and need replacing. So we get a brand new SIP cable set. Okay, so I've spoken again to a lot of the racers, and they suggested the BFA FRT race clutch is apparently one of the best on the market. So this can handle up to over 40 horsepower. Obviously, the Molossi MHR kit will not be running that, but it's good to know that it can handle it. And I'm also going to be getting the BFA FRT primary as well. I'm actually going to buy these from AD from Greenlight Scooters. So again, thank you AD for this. So we're going to go for an input shaft, obviously a new one to handle sort of the power and also to shorten the gearing as well. So the short 4th gear to obviously keep the scooter in the power band. So yeah, we're going to be going for this DRT input shaft, which comes to £88.76. So for carburetor, I've looked at quite a few different carburetors. The one that has been suggested the most is the Delorto VHSH 30mm flat slider carburetor. Apparently this gives, you know, some of the best performance, similar performance to slightly larger carburetors, which is quite impressive. So this is £150 and probably the best one to get for the Molossi setup. Okay, so with the ignition, there's obviously quite a lot of different types of ignitions. What I've heard, everyone goes for a vape ignition, an SIP vape ignition. Apparently they are just the best on the market at the moment. So of course, that is the one I've gone for as well. But it's choosing which one, because obviously you've got an SIP Road, you've got an SIP Sport, and you've got an SIP Race. And the best one suggested sort of for road and race is the Sport Ignition. And obviously you can get AC and DC, not the band, but I'm going to get the DC one because I would like to fit a Speedo as well, of course, and obviously you're then able to do indicators and everything like that. The most exciting bit, the bit that I'm most looking forward to, is the exhaust. So yes, I'm going to be going for an Egig unisex curly exhaust. There's lots of different types of exhaust. I know Dexter have brought out a similar one recently, but I just think this one looks the coolest. I'm a bit of a sucker for exposed welds, and I just think it looks really cool being a curly exhaust. And for £286, I think this is a good looking exhaust. Should sound good, and I spoke to Egig himself. It should perform really well and also sound good as well as look good as well. So that's pretty much everything for the engine really. Let's move on to sort of more of the other parts of the scooter. So obviously mine's an XL2, so it's got the sort of different headset. I want to go for obviously a more standard PK headset. So I'm going to be getting this headset cover for £26. I bought from Tasfeed the headset underside, so obviously that will fit on top nicely. Just PK125 forks, and they're on offer as well. They're for £200 down from £238. And yeah, it just means that these forks work with the sort of more standardy looking headset. And yeah, they're obviously on sale. Okay, so I'm going to use obviously my horn cast that I've got. I didn't really want to go for a standard looking mud guard or just a normal PK mud guard, so I thought I wanted to go for something a bit more sporty, a bit more lightweight. So this is one of them. It's the Crimaz front mud guard. Obviously it's very small, but this is one of the options, and the other option was the PL Course super light racing mud guard, which nice and small, so it should look cool. You'll see obviously most of the shock and the forks, but yeah, at the moment I'm between those two. Okay, and quickly going back up to the top of the headset, I thought these are quite interesting. So these are Pulley lever protectors, and I don't think I've ever seen them before on a scooter. They're only £30, so not terrible money, but I thought they could look quite cool, look quite sort of racy. So you never know, I might give them a go. I'm going to go for a disc brake, and I don't know how to say this brand, so sorry. I've got it obviously on my Lambretta, obviously it being a Casa disc brake. I know Casa and these guys sort of partnered. Again, they're Italian sort of brake manufacturer. I can't fault my Casa disc brake, to be honest. It's absolutely faultless. And obviously this master cylinder feels great, and obviously the disc brake works really well. So yeah, I'm definitely tempted to go for this brake master cylinder. So some of the sort of headset internals, red gear pulley from SIP, which again will obviously match the whole theme of the scooter, which should look very cool. They do it in lots of different colours as well, which is nice, but obviously the red should go the best. Just under 20 quid, so £18. And for the other side as well, a quick action throttle disc, so a new disc pulley. Like little details I think could look quite cool. And again, this red one slightly more expensive, £22.84. Okay, so Speedo as well. I'm going to go for an SIP Speedo. Yeah, I just quite like this Speedo a lot, and it's down from £140 to £112, so it's quite a good bargain at the moment. So yeah, I might snap that one off. I might snap that one up sooner rather than later. So yeah, obviously SIP rims. I was thinking of going for the black one with the polished edge because I think that would look quite cool. So these ones are called the SIP My. So you can see there's where obviously the bolts will go into the wheel, where it dips down and then dips up, and I think that could just look quite cool, just look a bit different rather than sort of conventional, like all smooth around the edges. The SIP Performance Rimstar, which kind of looks very similar. I think it looks different. I've never seen it before on a small frame, so again, unique, sort of, I want it to sort of stand out. But yeah, it looks quite modern as well. Obviously, here's a few images of it on a scooter, again with the My rim with polished edge. So those are just a few images. I think it looks pretty cool, pretty different. So yeah, and I do quite like that center hubcap as well. And yes, they're in the basket, don't worry. I think they look really cool. They look so much better than the standard ones, even though I've painted the standard one, so it looks pretty mint. There's one for the front, one for the rear, and obviously it will go with the red scooter as well. But yeah, really cool, just a little thing, £5.81 each, so you're looking at £10 for two. So I was looking at this Crimaz front hub, which fits the Rimstar and which fits a PK fork, which again fits PKs as well, and for £130 it's under the VAT limit, which is obviously flipping good because this VAT thing is very annoying. To obviously go with the rim front hub, I'm thinking of going for this. SIP have got a new axle out, but again, look, it looks really great here, I think. Obviously it's new from SIP, so you know it's going to be good quality, it's going to be trialled, it's going to be tested, so it's going to be all good. And then when I saw it with this image, I've looked at the caliper as well, and it's brand new as well. I've heard some really good stuff about this caliper. It's £162, so on the more expensive side. It's a very strong option, a very strong contender, and I think could look very cool, obviously, with the front rim, with the sort of the hub, the axle, and obviously with the caliper as well. And a lot of people have suggested the Pulley race disc as being a very good disc for £75 as well. I believe that's pretty much the whole front end covered. Tyres, I've not quite decided yet. Obviously I need to find out a good sort of compound for the road, so I'm not going to include that in this video, but tyres will be around £50, maybe slightly less. Leg shield beading is the next thing from SIP for £15, £16, not too bad, should look new and should look fresh. So next up, seat. I did originally want to go really racy and go for literally just a foam block on top of the tank, but I thought I'd rather have a proper seat, especially if I'm going to ride it around on the road, which is what I want to do. Again, it's on offer as well, down from £71 to £58. And the mechanism is literally 3 studs, and you basically just put it on top, so then take it off, put it on top, which I think is quite cool, quite racy as well. And then I saw these images as well, and yeah, I think it looks pretty good. Obviously it matches the colour of mine, so I thought, well, that's what it's going to look like. So I think that looks quite nice, quite subtle, and sort of flows quite nicely with the lines as well. With the rear, I need to get a new brake drum, because the one that was on it that I took off is a bit knackered. So I'm going to get this one from SIP, obviously it's FA Italia, so it's good quality, made in Italy, and £64, quite a good deal as well. Malossi brake shoes, I had these on my old PK and I thought they worked really well, and again for just under £16, I think a very good deal. Now, so on to suspension shock absorbers. An SIP 2.0 race shock looks just as good, probably does almost as good a job as well, but for £188, can't really complain, but I think it looks great as well. I'm thinking of going, obviously I'm going for the black and polished rim, so I thought having a polished silver front shock could look quite cool, contrast it nicely obviously with the forks as well, which I'm going to be painting. With the rear shock, I was thinking of going for 2.0 race rear, but then I thought obviously most of the handling goes through the front end, especially under braking, so I thought £195 for the rear shock, or I could go for the, again, SIP shock as well, but £149. It's not got the sort of preload adjustment, rebound, whatever you want to call it, but it's just a bit cheaper, but should do the job as well. I've spoken to a few people and they say that they use the SIP shocks, sort of these ones specifically rather than these ones, so I thought for a sort of a decent saving as well, it will either be that one or this one, but most likely probably this one, as I've heard they do just as good a job as well. But that's pretty much sort of the main components that I'm looking at purchasing for the build. So yeah, let's do a little wrap up of everything, and yeah, I'm going to explain to you a little bit about what's going to happen and what's the next stages with the PK after this video. Okay, so here is the basket. So the grand total of everything there is £3,405, which I think for a full build with good quality parts as well, I don't think that's too bad. So there we go, that's pretty much my dream Vespa build, and obviously the price that it will be. So yeah, so future plans from this video, I'm going to be doing a parts reveal of all the parts that I bought for the scooter in the end, so you'll see if I've got the parts that I wanted or if I haven't. So that'll be obviously later to come, and there'll be a video as well, obviously prepping the frame and painting the parts that I get to fit the colour scheme. That's pretty much everything from this video. I really hope you guys did enjoy this video. A little bit different. I thought it'd be quite cool to sort of run you through my dream Vespa build. Please subscribe, please like the video, and please stay tuned for obviously later content to do with builds, rallies. Got lots to come. So yeah, it's going to be a very busy summer. But yeah, again, thank you so much for watching. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.